This is Proto. Proto really is supposed to be Uranus. It's supposed to be based on Uranus. But yeah, he is weird. I don't know whether the name Proto is actually a Greek name for Uranus, as in the equivalent god of Uranus. But yeah, he is weird. As you can see, he has some weird shaped shell. You have thought though that with that many shell, it should be most of them pretty small. No, this one is completely one piece. This is a huge piece of shell. Makes you wonder because some of the others actually have every one shell have to cover 360 everywhere, but somehow his shell is huge, even though he has the same amount of shell as everyone else. So as you can see, after you unpack all of the circular parts, you can start moving this huge piece, swivel them back a little bit. You can see the body is here. You can split this whenever you want, because at the moment it's actually not hindering anything. So now you can actually rotate the leg out. And the most amount of work here is to trying to maneuver this giant back piece so that the leg can actually come out. The amount of space is really tight. But there is actually just enough room for everything. So that's the leg. These armor pieces just swivel down as a giant skirt on the front. The top piece actually is supposed to, it's actually supposed to swivel up and actually hover just above him. And this back shell piece can go anywhere it wants. Oh, but before that, let's move the body to the correct location. This piece stay behind. It's a little bit of a mess about this one, I'm afraid. It's not going to be very good to view. But there, here is the essential look of Protos. Which is not bad. Actually quite, for some reason, despite the amount of humongous shell and messiness of him, I like Protos a lot. I don't know why. It's just something actually speak to me on this thing. Oh, by the way, if you don't like that thing, actually hover on top of it, or because it's actually too floppy, put it onto his back. Yeah, now you have a slightly cleaner looking Protos. It's looking good. I actually quite like him. His leg is quite floppy and his shells are a little bit floppy. But he somehow looks very nice. I just don't know why. This should offend me greatly. Gigantic shell on the front, but yeah, somehow it doesn't. I don't know how. I think it's the fact that they actually try so hard, it actually feels like that they have done something. Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah. Lastly, the laziest of all of them, and because of that, is probably the best toys. This is Anubi. Anubis, as in the Egyptian god of can't remember now. I think it is a god of Night and moon. But yeah, Anubi has a pretty obvious where it is happening. And if it's not obvious enough, let me show you. There you go. You can see exactly how it's transformed. Da da la 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 la. There we go. 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 Here's Anubi. So his joints are really tight. Everything is tight except for the ankle, which is alright. Yeah, his arm is pretty tight. His arm is pretty tight. Arm is pretty tight. The shell piece of armor, yeah, it will always be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, it's not bad. Only problem is no bicep swivel. No bicep swivel, so he can only do this. Whee! All he can do is take a bow. Like that. Oh, and it has a tail that doesn't pack in very well because the hole is actually not quite the right size. But yeah, this is Anubi. He is probably the most successful as an action figure and probably the least successful as a transformer because it doesn't transform. So yeah, this is basically it for the Galaxia stuff. So did you miss out on anything? Not really. Oops. They are floppy. They're floppy as hell. Are they interesting? Oh yes, they are definitely very interesting. And I'm just really feel that it's disappointed that Aldi or whoever actually helped Aldi doing all of this gave up after this. Because I think they are onto something here. Improve the quality and you have a very interesting toy line. I mean, these are pretty fun. Despite the fact that they are floppy as hell, they really do show me what else can be done with toys. And you know what? Compared to some of the Japanese toy I've seen recently, where some of them is just a little bit too boring, too generic, and it's just a duplicate of everything they've done so far. I kind of want something like this to be more prevalent. Yeah, I ran out of room, sorry. I can't actually put any more of them in. But yeah, so this is basically it. I'm not giving up on this, guys. I'm planning on taking quite a few of them apart and repair them, change the screws, strengthen the joint, and repaint them and turn them into interesting little static pieces. So yeah, this is basically it for me, and here is Galaxia. Join me next time for something weird.